I am assuming that we all get to that point in our career where we feel a bit unmotivated. We feel like, okay, so what's the next stop? Like, what's the next big deal? What's the next exciting thing? Or your own might be you are at that career crossroads and you're thinking, what do I want to do? I want some inspiration, I want some ideas as to career pathways in nursing. Then this video is definitely for you, because I will be brushing through it. Apart from me resigning from work, why I resigned from bedside nursing, I would also be talking about career pathway along the line of clinical, say if you want to stay clinical, leadership, career pathway for nurses, education, research, work-life balance, and also I'll be touching on education, trainings and skills that you might find useful in this career path or in achieving or attaining these career paths, if you get what I mean, if that English or word makes sense at all. If this is something that interests you, please stay tuned. Guys, it's been a minute. I feel like it's been so long I dropped a video. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're a returnee subscriber, are you new to my channel? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Press the subscribe button, put the notification bell on. You will not regret this. On this channel, I do videos, from educative videos to fun videos, lifestyle vlogs, blogs, and you know, bits and bobs just to spice life all up. So today, let's get into it. Why did I resign? I have resigned. We started nursing now, like we did our final examination. It's now over 10 years, if I'm right, or close to 10 years this year. So altogether it means 9 years plus as a registered nurse. Started from back home, and here I am in the UK practicing as a registered nurse. So the motivation is there. I haven't lost the motivation or the will to be a bedside nurse, but sometimes you just feel as though it is time to move on. Not because you don't love your patients or you don't love what you do, but sometimes it then becomes a routine. I don't know if anybody watching this can relate. I would like to think it's not just me. It becomes a routine. You want a new challenge. You want the new spicy thing. Like, I go to work, I know what to expect. Even though we have emergencies, I work in an emergency hospital, so emergency is our thing. So, but even at that, you just sort of know the routine and all of that. And you're thinking, okay, how can I advance from here? So which was what made me, you know, apart from the last video about the moment I cried, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it in the description box. Apart from a bit struggles here and there, you know, working on the ward and all of that, that's entirely out of it really. It's just mainly because I felt as though it is high time I moved on. Now, touching on some things or some itch I had whilst working as a bedside nurse, like some of the things I mentioned in my old video, like the one I said you should watch is worth watching. I mean, I would say that factors like that have also contributed in the reason I've said, okay, it's high time I moved on. But apart from that, I would love to spice things up anyway. So, and the other day I don't like to, but then once in a while I go on NMC website and you can read the NMC hearings, people that got suspended off the register, people that got struck off the register immediately, different stories, and you just realize that at the end of the day, you need to keep your motivation alive in whatever profession you find yourself in. If you don't, or maybe your environment is not safe anymore, where you feel as though colleagues are eating each other's legs, there's too much gossip, there's too much I want to be better than you, so it becomes toxic. You can't drink water and keep cup, it's becoming too, you know, unfriendly and a bit harsh. Then at that point there is nothing that says that you can't pack your bag and leave. So mine partly, you know, whatever has been happening partly at work, partly contributed to why I thought, okay, it's high time, you see. So I mean, I've had 1,001 opportunities, but I've been a bit sentimental about it. Like, I don't want to leave because of this, because of that. And at this point I just thought, you know what, my mental health, like I like to say and hit on, is more important than anything else. And the thing is that the way it works in the UK, like for those of you that have been here for a minute or two, and for those that are coming in, you would have found out, is that God forbid anything happening, you will be the one to face NMC. Like I was talking about the NMC hearings, I was still reading some with my colleague on the night shift I did like a week or so ago. I mean, it just changed my countenance when you read those things, and then you see how it has though some people that got reported to NMC were being targeted, so to say. It just made me feel like, oh my god, this thing is for real, where colleagues, maybe for whatever reason, whatever thing happening, I don't know, I don't want to assume, can actually easily call NMC and report on you, as against advising you, putting action plans in place, sending you on trainings, asking you, are you okay? I mean, it's the psychological effect is just too much of being struck off the register, no matter what. I mean, it just taints one's image, it taints one's CV, and it's not nice. So which is why I just thought, you know what, if where I'm going to now, do you understand, I will try my best to be my best. I'll do more than I get paid for and all of that. But if at the end of the day it's not what I want again, I'll pack my bag and leave with justifiable reasons to myself. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody. So this new role, I mean, with bedside nursing, like I was saying earlier, can be a bit monotonous, where you sort of know what would happen. It's just like working in a care home as well. For those of you that are not with an NHS trust, you resume meds handover or take over, then meds round, then break, then begin to speak to doctors about, like, you have like a quick board round about update with patients. You begin to identify patients going home, identify patients for transfer, identify this, identify that, next break time, next, and it's just like a routine where you're thinking, okay, what's happening here? So I mean, at the end of the day, it's not to mean that it's not the best thing, of course not. See, whatever I say on this channel is my own view, and it's my own view part that time. I can look back and be like, okay, I think I hold another opinion to this because of some encounter I've had, because of some exposure I am in now at the moment. So at the end of the day, it is what I am feeling part-time. So that said, quickly, I'll just say that I just feel as though it's high time. So quickly running into other ways that you can, I mean, so my new role, for those that might be wondering, I'm an upper GI nurse specialist now. I'm still with the same trust, so I will be working as a specialist nurse, and with the upper GI nurse specialist role, we deal with stomach and the gullet, which is the esophagus. So we have two arms. I won't go into the whole nitty-gritty so I don't bore you, because I even understand that the model sort of differs from one trust to the other trust. So for my own trust, we are like a team of not many people, but then you have your own role. They would teach you or train you up to be able to scope as a nurse endoscopist, and we have the palliative part to it, where you support the patient, their family and their carers, and all of that, breaking sad news, supporting people whilst getting treatment, and the follow-up post-treatment and all of that. So, and it sounds very, very exciting to me. There is so much learning. I will be trained to do better, and that way you get promoted, that way you go for trainings, you can add it to your CV. It just makes all the sense to me as we speak. So I'm not comparing, I'm not doing comparative or so what's that thing similarities or whatever. What I'm just trying to say now with bedside nursing, it's as though you're a number. I could be wrong, don't get me wrong. It's now beginning to look as though with bedside nursing, you're one of the numbers, like you're one of the people that need to come in to get the job done. If you don't come in, that's one number short because you're poorly or whatever the reason is, and they will get someone else, man. It's not to mean that, of course, if you call in sick or you're not well for a specialist role or an advanced nurse practitioner role, they still will not get sick cover. That's not what I mean. It just means that with this one, or with a specialist role or some other roles that I'll be mentioning very soon, there is so much advancement, career progression for yourself. And it's been found that when individuals see progression in things, development and growth in it for them, they tend to stay more in the job, as against, oh, I just go to work, give meds, do this, wash, give commode, give bedpan, and it just gets boring and monotonous, you see. So that's the summary of why I have left bedside nursing. So first is just my peace of mind, a lot of things going on. 2, at work, of course. 2 is my career progression and where I see myself, the prospects in this role I've taken up. 3 is I will also be able to impact, apart from myself, impact my community. And the work setting where you go in and do the routine is out of it. I will be seeing particular patients, and if things like washes and stuffs are not for you, you probably want to go the specialist route as well. You just want to see them, you'd have a case file, you see them, you'd put an action plan in place, you'd book a follow-up for them, and then you would go on to the next patient. Next patient might be same ward, next patient might be another trust entirely under the same umbrella. Like my own trust has got like 10 or 11 hospitals under it, so I might be going to Cramlington today, or North Tyneside General Hospital tomorrow, or Exham General Hospital the next day, and I'll just be seeing specific patients. So that's autonomy, that ability to, you know, see one person and do that wholesome one-to-one one-to-one care with them, so to say, means so much to me. I'm someone that I would love to speak to you as a person, do a one-to-one direct individualized approach to your care, and of course make it as patient-centered as much as possible, which you will hardly find with bedside nursing. It's not me saying what's not right. I mean, check. You want to do a lot of things for your patient, hold their hands, say, oh, I'm so sorry you've got that news, and all of that, but you probably don't have time. There's another buzzer going on for commode. As you are about to go and give the commode, you remember that you ought to go and, you know, give that jug of water that you forgot to do. Your blood sugars are waiting for you. The doctor wants an ECG. So there is no time to hold that patient that just got a sad news. Do you understand? Because there is no time in the real sense of it. We're humans. We know what it feels like. But it's as though we begin to lose that core nursing, so to say, because we don't have time. So that handheld feeling, that touch of, I'm so sorry to hear this, blah blah, we're beginning to lose it. And me, I'm not, personally speaking, like I said in my other video, I have a friend that core bedside nursing is her thing. She wants to clean bombs, she wants to do the real thing, real nursing, give them commodes, give them tablets, watch the tablets work, and all that is a real thing. So it just depends on what you want at the end of the day. So with any specialist role or any other role you go for, you will still be doing all of these things, but in a more centered way, in a more one-to-one way, and it just makes all the difference to me. And the whole drama, another reason is the whole drama of HCAs, your colleague, whether band 5, band 6, band 7, band 10, it's just out of the way for that time period. As a specialist nurse, you see the patient, of course you've got bosses, but then you report via emails. And another thing I love, oh my god, why did it take me this long to remember, is the timing. So you can choose 8 to 4 resumption or 9 to 5. I mean, if you don't like mornings like me, you can snooze up until 8 o'clock or maybe at 7 and then get into the shower. You can put your makeup on, man. Sometimes for bedside nursing, I'm not joking here, 6:30, what 6:30? 6 o'clock. If I wake up 6 o'clock, I am late. Especially if I want to put my makeup on, I am late. Because I want to get to work at least a good few minutes before resumption. I am late. So it means when I slept at 12 midnight or 10 p.m. or 9 p.m., which is not realistic. Oftentimes I sleep anytime from 10, 11 and 12. Come 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. I have to wake up, long days and all of that. So it just sometimes just feels so as though you want to go crackers. So at the end of the day, with this one is the timing is good for me, and you only do Mondays to Fridays. You have your weekends to yourself, your bank holidays, whether Christmas, New Year, whatever bank holiday, you don't go to work, except there's something special that you've been assigned to do, and of course you'll be paid the bank holiday rate. But standard is just Mondays to Fridays. Another reason I love this new role is that burnout of working long days, whether 12 hours or 13 hours, is out of the way. I mean, it's too much. The other day I did a long day because I'm still serving my notice with my current ward. So the other day I did a long day. Normally we do 13 hours, we resume 7:30, we finish 8:30. 8:30 is not reality for me. Those that know me know me. Sometimes I leave work nearly 10 p.m. and I'm not exaggerating. 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 p.m. The number of times I'll clock out at 8:30, I mean in a month, maybe 2 or 3 shifts. The remaining of the shifts would be 9, 9:30, 10 p.m. And what's that? And the next day that I'm off, I am busy recuperating from the burnout of a 13 hours plus shift with 1 hour break. Sometimes you miss your break, not because they would say do not take it, of course no one would say do not take your break, but there's no time. You have loads to do, loads to catch up with, your documentation, maybe that day text, maybe that one, maybe you want to sit on the computer to sort out roster routes. At the end of the day, you just realize, oh my god, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. You want to document that because you don't want to get into trouble. I was talking about NMC hearing earlier. I mean, it's a big deal. So for that reason, you probably don't leave work the time that you should leave work. Realistically speaking, last week Monday, it took me, I'm not exaggerating, it took me the whole of Tuesday, and I was on Wednesday again. So that at the end of the day, when it looks to you as though all I'm doing is 3 days in a week or 4 days in a week, then I would rest for the remaining 3 days. You realize that the whole 3 days is actually not enough. It's just when you're about coming back to your real self to probably do the shopping for the week, for the new week or whatever, it's time to resume again. And I'm like, what? Especially when you're doing nights, you're doing 4 nights. And it just ruins my own lifestyle. I have friends check on me like, are you okay? We haven't seen your status, we haven't seen anything. I love you all guys for that. Because I can't even upload status. I just sleep like a baby. Because before I know Jack, it's time to carry my bag again. So all of that burnout is out of it. By the time I finish at 4 p.m. with a specialist role or a role that isn't a bedside role, I would realize that I can still take the children for say they are bouncing castle or whatever, outdoor or indoor activities. I can still go out on a date. I can still do things. I can still go to shop. The shops will still be open at that time. Do you understand? So it just, I mean, it depends on what works for you really. But at this point, I just feel I'm at this stage where I don't want to come home and my legs are so heavy. They hurt so much. And none of the recuperation. I just feel like we're gradually getting out of that stage. Let's leave it for people with plenty energy. Let them do it too, and know when they are also want to, or when they are also ready to get out of that stage. So that's the summary. That's what I can think of. The only thing that made me not want to take the job though was my salary. So with working on the ward or anything that has to do with nights and weekends and bank holidays, you will get paid enhanced hours. So if you go online and you read up on enhanced hours, it's 10.5. For Saturdays, I think, night same, and Sundays it's 3/4 if I'm correct. So bank holidays, some hospitals double pay, some hospitals it's 3/4 is what you will get. So I mean, it sounds so much like it's so much because I know what it does to my monthly income. It makes it fat. I enjoy it and all of that, which was why I was thinking, God, would that mean I'll lose all of those enhancements? But you know what I said to myself? The money that I don't have, I cannot spend. So for that reason, I've just zeroed my mind that, okay, I do not think I want to worry about that. If I need to pick up extras, the Saturdays and Sundays during the week, or at the end of the week, sorry, I can use it to pick 1 half shift. And then if I do half shifts like that, whether nights or half shifts or whatever, just one, just to augment for every week. And then I multiply it by 4 weeks that I'm doing that 1 night shift or that half shift. At the end of the day, if I sum up what I will earn from those four nights in a month, and then add it to what I get paid from Monday to Friday, it will pretty much equate to what I am earning with this current one. So at the end of the day, it's just calculation and being what's the word, being disciplined as to not to spend what you don't have. Right. And for many of you thinking, okay, I think I'm at a phase in my career or my work as a nurse that I feel like I also need a change. Like, I love to make all of my videos seem or be, I love my videos to be so educative, entertaining, relatable, and all of that. That said, I've talked about why I have left bedside nursing, amongst others. The list is inexhaustible, really, but that's just a summary. If you can think of a reason why you have left bedside nursing, if you are not in bedside nursing anymore, then please do let me know and tell me your new role if you don't mind. So that said, I'd then like to mention that, are you at that crossroad where you're thinking, I don't know what to do with myself, but I'm getting unmotivated with this role that I'm doing now. I feel like there's more to life than what I'm doing now. I'm exhausted, I'm burnt out, I just need help. I just want to progress as well in my career. We're in the UK where you don't necessarily have to have the whole PhD in the world to progress. Short courses amount to lots. And then you're thinking, what do I need to know? Then the second part of this video is definitely for you. So oftentimes when I start a video, I won't know that it will go so long, and when it's gone so long, I then think, oh, I better stop it here and make it part 2. So at the part 2, we'll be talking about how you can choose a path. Like, I'll be asking you some questions, and then from it you'll decide, do I want clinical aspect of nursing? Do I want the leadership part? Do I want the education part? Or do I want the research part, or do I just want something that would go with my work-life balance? Like, just to say quickly, as one of the reasons I left bedside nursing, or I'm leaving bedside nursing, with this role that I've got, it allows me family time. Bank holidays where you're bonding with your family, you're teaching the little ones at their formative stage, this and that, the importance of this holiday we've got. You get home at a good time to be able to put them to bed. You wake up and they probably still see you before you leave for work and all of that, which is very healthy. You can even drop them off at school quickly and be the one to still pick them up at whatever club they normally go to after school. Then you realize that it just helps with family. So that one can be the category you want to fall into. So that and many more I will be talking about in the next part of this video. Please stay tuned if it is something that interests you. Thank you so much for watching this one. Please catch me on the other one. Have you still not subscribed? You're considering it, yeah? Please subscribe to this channel. You definitely will not regret it. Thank you so much once again. See you later. Bye.